You think all bottled water is basically the same, right? Price differences are just branding. Wrong. Dead wrong. After months researching the industry, testing brands myself, and reading dozens of lab reports, I am genuinely concerned about what most Australians drink. Some bottled water brands are complete scams, charging premium prices for filtered tap water. Some contain thousands of microplastic particles per litre. Others have toxic chemicals leaching from the plastic into the water you are consuming. This is not about being paranoid. This is about understanding what you are actually buying when you pay $4 for a bottle of water. The bottled water industry in Australia is worth over $600 million annually, built on deception and weak regulations. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which 9 brands to avoid and why they are either scamming you, poisoning you, or both. Here is what the bottled water industry does not want you to know. Most spring water is not from pristine mountains. It is from industrial boreholes next to highways. When a label says purified water, that is filtered tap water. They take municipal water, filter it, and sell it back at 1,000% markup. Mineral water does not mean natural minerals. Companies add synthetic minerals and still use the term legally. Regulations are minimal. Enforcement is almost non-existent. Independent testing found microplastic contamination in 93% of bottled water brands. Meanwhile, corporations extract from drought-affected areas while paying cents for water rights. They slap mountain imagery on labels for water from the same pipes feeding your home. The entire industry is built on lying to you. These 9 brands are the worst offenders. Number 9. H2Go Sports Water. It dominates gyms and sports centers with sleek bottles and athlete endorsements. It sells for $4.20 for 600 milliliters. That is $7 per liter. Here is the problem. H2Go is not spring water. It is purified municipal tap water with added electrolytes and flavoring. You are paying $7 per liter for tap water with a pinch of salt. The ingredients are purified water, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, natural flavors, and sucralose. The minerals are basic table salt. You could make this at home for 8 cents, yet H2Go markets it as performance hydration with premium branding. The flavored versions contain sucralose, an artificial sweetener linked to gut microbiome disruption. Despite claiming to enhance hydration, the sodium content can be high enough to leave you thirstier. H2Go exploits gym culture to sell expensive tap water. Do not fall for it. Number 8. Pure Peak. The label shows alpine peaks, pristine streams, untouched nature. A premium shelf brand at Woolworths with natural spring source marketing. $3.20 for 1 litre. Here is the reality. Pure Peak is sourced from a borehole near Sydney's water treatment plant. It is filtered tap water from the same pipes feeding your home. The mountain imagery has zero connection to the actual source. Testing found quality no different from Sydney Tap. Sometimes it is worse due to bottle contamination. The plastic bottles are thin and flimsy. They leach pH phthalates into the water, chemicals that act as endocrine disruptors. These interfere with hormone function, particularly concerning for pregnant women and children. The bottles take 450 years to decompose. You are paying $3.20 for tap water in a toxic bottle with a mountain sticker. Skip it. Number 7. Aqua Light. Budget option at Coles and IGA. $1.60 for 1.5 litres. Cheapest water on the shelf. There's a reason it's this cheap. Aqua Light is municipal water with minimal filtration. The taste is noticeably chemical and flat. There's often a chlorine aftertaste because filtration does not fully remove treatment chemicals. I bought this once on a road trip. The taste was so off I poured it out after 1 sip and refilled from a public tap. The bottles are ultra thin and flimsy. They leach chemicals at an alarming rate, especially when exposed to heat. Leave an Aqua Light bottle in your car on a hot day and the water becomes toxic. The plastic smell is overwhelming. Testing found elevated antimony, a toxic metal from the bottle. Chronic exposure causes nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. Even at $1.60, you are poisoning yourself. Number 6. Mount Franklin Still. Australia's most trusted water brand according to their marketing. You see it everywhere, from servos to offices. $3 for 1.25 litres. The label shows Australian spring water with mountain imagery. Here is the reality. Mount Franklin is owned by Coca-Cola and is sourced from boreholes near treatment facilities. It is not pristine spring water despite the packaging. Coca-Cola extracts water from drought-affected regions while paying minimal fees. They profit from public water during restrictions. Testing found Mount Franklin contains 280 plastic particles per litre on average. You are literally drinking plastic. Research suggests microplastics cause inflammation and hormonal disruption. Long-term effects are not known, but you are consuming them daily. The quality is barely different from filtered tap water at home. Coca-Cola sells you tap water contaminated with plastic. It is a complete scam. Number 5. Cool Ridge. Premium branding with nature imagery and pure, refreshing marketing. $3.20 for 1 litre. Cool Ridge is another Coca-Cola brand. The source is Sydney's municipal supply. They take water from the same pipes feeding your tap, filter it, and bottle it. That's repackaged tap water with 1,000% markup. The marketing uses mountain imagery to suggest natural spring water. It's completely misleading. Testing found Cool Ridge is often worse than Sydney tap water because of plastic contamination. The pH is acidic at 5.8 from sitting in plastic. Phthalates were detected, chemicals acting as endocrine disruptors. These interfere with hormones, particularly dangerous for pregnant women and children. The bottles take 450 years to decompose. You're paying $3.20 for tap water in a toxic bottle. It's absurd. Number 4. Pump Water. Performance hydration for active lifestyles with athlete endorsements and gym exclusivity. $4.50 for 750 milliliters. Here is what Pump is. Purified municipal tap water with added electrolytes. It is not spring water. The electrolytes are basic salts, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, and magnesium sulfate. You are paying $4.50 for tap water with table salt and fake fruit flavor. You could make this at home for 10 cents. The flavored versions contain artificial sweeteners such as sucralose and acesulfame potassium. These have been linked to gut microbiome disruption and metabolic issues. Despite marketing as hydration, the sodium content is high enough to make you thirstier. That defeats the entire purpose. Pump exploits gym culture to sell expensive tap water in sleek packaging. This is a complete scam. Number 3. Evian. Premium French alpine water with luxury branding and celebrity association. $5.50 for 750 milliliters. Over $7 per litre. Expensive. Yes, Evian is from the French Alps. That is the only truth in their marketing. By the time it reaches Australia, it has been sitting in plastic for months in transit. The fresh mountain water is now contaminated with chemicals leached from the bottle. Testing found 314 plastic particles per litre. You are paying $7 to drink plastic. The mineral content is not special. It is similar to Australian springs costing a quarter of the price. The alkaline pH they market as healthy is neutralized instantly by stomach acid. Zero body impact. You are paying for brand name and a fancy bottle. The environmental impact of shipping water from France to Australia is catastrophic. Evian is a scam for people who think French water is magic. It is expensive plastic contamination. Number 2. Fiji Water, the most pretentious bottled water in Australia. $6 for 1 litre. Marketing talks about untouched by man, pristine aquifers and tropical paradise. The reality is darker. Fiji Water is owned by American billionaires extracting water from Fiji, while over half the Fijian population lacks clean drinking water. Let that sink in. They ship water out while locals cannot access clean water. The water is decent quality at the source. Genuine aquifer, good minerals. But by the time it is shipped to Australia in plastic, it is contaminated like everything else. Testing found 180 plastic particles per litre. The square bottles use 20% more plastic than round bottles. They are designed for visual appeal, not environmental responsibility. The company claims carbon negative while shipping water globally. The actual carbon footprint is massive, pure greenwashing. Fiji Water is exploitation of developing nations disguised as luxury. It is liquid colonialism in a fancy bottle. Number 1. Dasani. The most dangerous bottled water in Australia. If you are drinking this, stop immediately. Dasani is owned by Coca-Cola and marketed as enhanced water with minerals for taste. $3.80 for 1 litre. It is tap water run through reverse osmosis, then remineralized with synthetic chemicals. You are paying Coca-Cola to filter tap water and sell it back. It gets worse. Dasani was pulled from the UK market in 2004 after illegal bromate levels were found. Bromate is a cancer-causing chemical formed during remineralization. They claimed they fixed it. Australian testing still finds concerning contaminants. The remineralization uses synthetic minerals, magnesium sulfate, potassium chloride, and salt. This creates an artificial profile that tastes chemical and flat. The pH is very acidic at 5.2. That damages tooth enamel and irritates stomachs. The bottles contain antimony, which leaches into the water when heated. Dasani has the highest antimony levels in the industry. Chronic exposure causes respiratory problems, heart issues, and stomach damage. What makes Dasani particularly offensive is the cynicism. Coca-Cola takes free public water, does the bare minimum, adds chemicals, bottles it in toxic plastic, and charges $4. They market it as enhanced with minerals, as if it is beneficial. It is manipulation. Dasani represents everything wrong with corporate capitalism. Stealing public resources and selling them back as poison. Never ever buy Dasani. If you absolutely must buy bottled water, here are the only brands worth considering. Number 1 is Baloka Water, genuine Australian spring water from the snowy mountains. It is properly sourced from a protected spring with good minerals. The company follows decent environmental practices. The price is around $3.50 per litre. Look for glass bottles. Number 2. Cape Grim Water, Tasmanian rainwater, one of the purest sources on earth. Expensive at $5 per litre, but genuinely clean with minimal processing. The company supports Tasmanian conservation. Glass bottles only. For sparkling water, San Pellegrino. Yes, it is Italian and it is shipped here, but it is genuine, naturally carbonated mineral water from a protected spring. Glass bottles do not leach chemicals. $3.50 per litre is reasonable. The best water is filtered tap in a reusable bottle. Full stop. Australian tap water is among the world's best. A quality filter removes chlorine and contaminants. You save thousands yearly, avoid plastic, and reduce environmental impact dramatically. Here's what you need to understand. Most brands are not from springs. Purified means filtered tap water. Mineral water can include synthetic minerals. Spring water can be from highway boreholes. Mountain imagery has zero connection to actual sources. Glass bottles are safer than plastic. The industry counts on you not reading labels. Prove them wrong. This video just opened your eyes to the bottled water scam. You now know which brands are poisoning Australians and ripping you off. Hit that like button right now. Share this with everyone you know. Most Australians are drinking tap water contaminated with plastic, paying premium prices, and have no idea. They need to see this. Subscribe, because I am exposing more industry scams ripping off Australians. Hit the bell so you do not miss the next expose. Stop getting scammed. Start protecting yourself.